There's some things that my mum has suggested that when she suggested them, even I'm looking at her like, what? We got to do what? I'll give you a perfect example.
Oh, gosh.
Bathing our daughter in palm oil. I don't know if your mum suggested that.
We nearly fought.
No, we did fight. I'll be honest with you. We fought. Like, but the thing is, again, I'm Mr. Sit on the fence. I sit on the fence with everything. Or I'm just kind of like, I'm very, what's it called? Is it diplomatic? I'm like, you know what? Cool, fair enough. And then I've got my wife looking at me like,
are you not going to do anything?
You're just gonna accept our baby being bathed in palm? I'm like, okay, so maybe mum, what kind of palm oil are we talking about here?
I'm not organic. You'd be like, is it organic, mum? That makes it any better.
What shop did you buy the palm oil from? I'm just asking for my wife because she's asking me a couple of questions. So like, it becomes tense. But you know what? As much as I laugh about it, that's been another difficult part about parenting. Being able to find the balance between honouring my parents, my mum in particular, who has done this. She's had 3 children.
Yeah.
And listening to my wife who's had to give birth to this baby, and listen to someone who's more experienced, who's obviously my mum. I love my mum. And she's trying to tell us, sometimes it was more of a dictation as to how we should do things. And my wife is not like me. She's got a very strong personality in that. What she likes and what she wants is what she wants. She's unwavering with that. Yeah. I wouldn't even use the word stubborn because stubborn's more a negative thing. She's kind of just strong in what she believes in.
Yeah.
And so if she says, no, I don't think that's a great idea, the dilemma that I had was that my mum, I won't say she's got a massive influence on me, but like I said, I would take on what she's saying or her suggestions and I'd relay it back to my wife, and my wife would be like, nah, we ain't doing that. And so like, I'll just leave it as that. But then a couple of weeks would go by and my mum would be like, okay, so when am I going to bathe the baby in palm oil? I should have done it 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, is it necessary? And then it just becomes this kind of back and forth thing. And so you know what? I take responsibility. Tony, my wife, I take responsibility. There's times where I should have just nipped it in the bud. But again, that's the difficult. Like, where's the balance between saying to your mum, chill, this is our baby. Yeah. I get that you're the more experienced person. I get that, you know, you have our best interest at heart, but let's just do it how we want to do it. And you know what? We are probably going to make mistakes because, again, my mum can point out a number of things that she sees in our parenting where she's just like, man, you guys don't know what you're doing. But maybe that's how it needs to be done. Like, I think as long as me and my wife's intentions are the best, I think that's more important. But I think also there's a fine line there because I think I say this to my wife a lot, we also need to seek and take advice and guidance from people. 100%. Like, it's not kind of like you're old, your time was different, we don't need to listen to you. I think actually there's very much a need for us to kind of like listen to people that have done it before us and take what we want to take without being disrespectful.
Exactly.
Without saying, nah, not listening to that. And I think that's kind of like where we've probably struggled, being able to say, no, we'll listen to that, or no, we don't want to do that, but we'll try it this way. And so that's been a difficult part. I don't think I've even really touched on some of the difficult situations, but I'm just glad you touched on that, whole thing.
That's a definite difficult thing.